And joining us today for our first Eye on Terre Haute for 2016 is Mayor Duke Bennett. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's always great to be here.
So we're kicking off the new year of 2016, so we need to talk about the new budget. What's going on with that? Anything that you can foresee in the future?
Well, this year's budget that we have is a balanced budget. First one we've had in a very, very long time. We still have a deficit we're dealing with our general fund, but when you look at all of our budgets together, it's positive. We've just got some individual funds that we have to continue to work on. The bottom line is we need some new revenue. We'll be talking about that a lot over the coming weeks. You'll hear a lot of discussion about that, where we're going to have to raise some new money. We're losing $12 million a year because of the caps. We need to raise about $2 million or $2.5 million to offset that. We don't need $12 million. We just need about $2 to $2.5 million. So at the minimum to get us back to where we need to be. So we're going to be very cautious this year, like we are every year, to make sure we're only spending what we have to spend. We're not filling a lot of positions other than the critical positions. So we'll just continue to manage through that until we get some of this new revenue coming in that'll get us back to be totally balanced across the board.
Do we have an idea yet as to where we're going to raise that $2 million?
Well, we've talked about trash fees as an example. There's some local option income taxes. There's a variety of things, and as we roll out with our comprehensive financial plan, there's alternatives that are given to us by the legislature to make up for these tax caps, and so we'll have to make some local decisions about what do we pick, what do we use, and what's the best fit for Terre Haute and Vigo County. So there'll be a lot of discussion about that. Lots
of chances for people to weigh in on what's going to happen.
Absolutely,
okay.
Yep.
Now, looking towards what people love to talk about, leaf pickup. It's a favorite thing here. Is that still going on?
Yeah, we're wrapping that up. We had a great fall and winter here so far with the weather hasn't. Exactly. That really is.
Snow?
Yeah, it's been perfect. We've been able to stay focused on that, working on some potholes, things like that. But, we're really getting to the end of all those kinds of cleanup things. And we would expect snow at this point where we convert over, all of our trucks. But we haven't had to do that yet. So we'll continue to be out picking up limbs and getting all that debris cleaned up, basically what's happened from the fall. And then maybe the snow will hold off and we won't have to do any plowing this winter, but we'll see.
So you haven't really moved into the winter time. Let's get prepared for the salt and the snow. So you've been able to do a lot more road projects, probably finishing up those projects.
Yeah, a lot of that kind of wraps up in December because the plant closes, the asphalt plant, but you can still do concrete work. So there's curb work, there's some sidewalks and things going on. So we'll continue to do that as long as the weather holds out.
Well, we noticed that also around town, the sidewalks, a lot of entrances have been smoothed out. Are we talking about changing things for the ADA requirements?
Well, some of that is, every year we take a portion of our sidewalk budget and we have to make the sidewalk intersections ADA compliant. And we have a lot of sidewalks in the city. And so I'll get complaints sometimes from people saying, well, why are you fixing that one when my sidewalk's messed up in front of my house? But those ADA corners that we do, especially, you'll see a lot of that work, all four corners at the same time. They're where you're feeding schools and other places, nursing homes, other local facilities where people are in wheelchairs or have other disabilities. We've got to get those fixed so they have easy access to and from their home to those places. And so we'll continue to do that. And right now there's a lot of that work going on.
I was going to say, I understand the ADA compliance rules. You kind of have a deadline. You have to kind of follow so much every year.
And we have to spend so much money a year basically to implement that plan. And you got to stay on it or they'll come back and they'll sue us. And we don't want that.
Okay. Now looking ahead, I know you have Keep Terre Haute Beautiful usually in the spring and sometime another time in the year. Do we have any other projects going on that we can look forward to in 2016?
Well, I think you're going to, Margaret Avenue is a big thing that we're really focusing on. We're going to get that section done from 7th to 14th. We're still doing property acquisition on that 14th to 25th section, that has the overpass in it. So we're going to continue to move those things forward, and we've got a lot of their sewer related projects that are underway and we'll get started this year.
All right, so lots of projects heading into 2016. All right, well, thank you for stopping by.
Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome. News 10, we'll be right back.